All right, Hyatt family, wanted to show you the latest and greatest video on your girl Parker. Heel, sit. Parker is doing extremely well. I'm very pleased with where she is with her training. By getting her here early, we had plenty of time to really solidify her obedience and get her e-collar condition going very well. Parker is definitely a pleaser. She generally works with me very well. She is not difficult. Occasionally she'll want to explore things, you know, if I let her out for going out to go potty, she'll want to go explore before she'll come all the way in, but in general she's very good. When she has the e-collar on, she is an absolute angel because she knows, she understands that I'm gonna make her follow through on the commands that I give her. But the bottom line is I'm very, very happy with her. She's a very obedient dog. She's a very loving dog. And as we saw in the first, 4 or 5 weeks when I had her, she's got great drive. She loves to chase birds. Gunfire is no issue. The bottom line is we're in the right spot for where she should be at 6 months old. So now that we have her where we want her at 6 months old, we can, and those canines have finally finished pushing through, we can start to work on her formal training. What I mean by that is we can start hold conditioning and force fetch. And so we've only just started this week. We've done a couple sessions with starting hold. I want to show you what that looks like. People kind of ask sometimes, how does this process work? What exactly am I saying to the dog and doing with the dog? More than happy to show you everything that you'd like to know. First and foremost, we want to make the first command I'm going to teach her is actually the command to release. Because the whole point of teaching the dog this is hold on to the object until I say let go. Usually where we have problems is the dog wants to let go too early or too late. We want them to understand release when I say so, and only when I say so do they let go. Because virtually every retriever is going to pick the thing up. We just want them to understand when to give it to us. So that's the command that we start with here. So the way this starts is it starts with simply me taking my bare hand and I am going to put it in her mouth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my palm side down with my right hand. My left hand is gently stroking her. Good girl. And she's sort of resisting a little bit with her tongue. Just a little. And as soon as she quits resisting me, there you go. Yeah. All right, apologize for the little choppiness in the video there. I had a phone call right in the middle of this video I was recording. So what I wanted to show you is the give command ends up being just the latest, greatest obedience command. No different than sit or hear or heel. So I'm going to put my hand in her mouth. I gently pet her in the back of the head. Good girl. Good. I want to be able to talk to the dog. I want to be touching the dog. Give. We want her to understand that there's going to be noise and touching and all sorts of stuff going on even when I want her to hold an object before I have her give it to me. Later this transitions to making sure the dog does not come back and immediately spit it out. Now, since this is an obedience command, here. Good girl. Heel. Sit. We do this in the middle of other obedience commands as well. Parker, here. Good girl. Parker, heel. Sit. Girl. As if it was just any other generic command. Good girl. Give. So we want her to understand that this is all part of the process. Good girl. Here. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Now, throughout this entire session, I've yet to actually correct her on the e-collar. Like I said, Parker usually works well with me and generally is a pretty good pleaser dog, very compliant. And so I'm very happy with her in that regard. So what we're going to do next is once we've got her to hold, now we need her to hold and carry. So the way that looks, I put my hand in here. This is actually our first time carrying. We'll see how it goes. And then we're going to walk it heel. Good girl. Sit. Now, because we gave her some background there on hear, heel, sit, it's all the same stuff. Putting my hand in her mouth and having her carry it is no big deal. It was just one more little small building block we build at a time. Force fetch is done this way properly. It should be small incremental steps where we work with the dog a few minutes at a time every day and we build a little piece at a time. So we'll transition from carrying my hand across to carrying a stick, and then once we have the dog carrying a stick well through the hold command, and I'm not actually saying the word hold by the way, Once we have her doing that, then we'll teach her the command to grab on command. That'll be the fetch command. And we'll get to that after we have her comfortably carrying the force fetch stick that she'll be using throughout her training. So all in all, Parker is doing awesome. I'm very happy with her. Physically, she's doing extremely well. She had one little spot. I think she may have got 1 or 2 little tiny spots of ringworm that have all healed up. She's eats very well. Very happy. Absolutely growing like a weed. She's going to be a bigger girl. Not a big girl, but she's turning into a big grown-up dog. But all in all, Parker's doing great. I'm very happy with her.